Ian.
Hello, Dave. That is your real name?
It is. I'm Dave. You're Ian. Apex Adjacent Automotive Podcast. Ian, what are we talking about this week? What are we doing? How you doing,
Allegedly.
Buddy?
Allegedly. I don't even know what's real anymore. I don't even know you anymore, Dave.
Ian, we saw each other just recently in a candy exchange.
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. And frankly, I'm insulted that you would pretend otherwise. Or that you would just, try to pretend like everything's normal. Everything's just happening as it should.
Ian, it's not.
Conspiracy.
Ian, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. I haven't been able to be in the same blanket fort as you for 9 months. Politics are a goddamn mess. I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a little bit of racial disparity in the country right now. Yeah.
I think that all of that is what you want us to think.
Oh no!
All of us sheeple.
Oh no! Did you finally find Alex Jones's Twitter page?
I know everything now, Dave. I know everything there is to know. And I'm going to show you. You know what? I didn't want to have to do this.
Oh, no. Are you red pilling me? Are you red pilling me?
I consider myself more of just a truth seeker.
Oh, no. You're going to tell me.
I'm just asking questions.
You're going to tell me that the earth is flat and then I'm going to join the Nexium sex cult.
I want you to come clean after we present this evidence. Go ahead and open the Dave Don't Look folder and just go ahead and select the photo and show the people. And then frankly, I just want you to explain yourself. Is all I want you to do.
Wow. Okay. All right. Dave Don't Look. I'm opening that folder. Opener is what it's called. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I don't know what you're on about, but let's do it. Oh, you know what? I got to share the browser so people can see it. Okay. All right. Here we go. What the hell is Ian talking about? It's a maroon Lexus ES300H with a license plate that says Flea, Flea.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm somehow responsible for this.
Oh, you don't play innocent with me, mister. Now, I checked.
Okay.
I did check, and I got a good look at the driver, and it was not a popular bassist from a semi-good rap rock band. Funk rock band.
Yeah. I mean, they were bad, right? Blood Sugar Sex Magic was my lawn mowing tape when I was a kid. On the other side, Jane's Addiction, Ritual de la Habitual. Uh-huh.
I'm more of a Mike Patton fan. Don't distract me. Don't distract me. I think you know exactly what this is all about. You know exactly what this is all about, and I can't believe you're just going to sit there and pretend like everything's normal.
First of all, I'm going to do two things. Number one, I'm going to covertly go over to my other computer screen here, and I'm going to alert the Club Lexus forum members that you're on to me. Second, I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. And that's how I count to 5, like this. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For some reason, pinky's easier to come up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
More distractions that I don't appreciate. Go ahead and just tell the people what this license plate means on the Lexus. On the
Lexus. Ian, I don't know what you're talking. Hybrid. Flea. FLEA. Florida Enterprise Agreement.
So since you're gonna just pretend that you are this naive, innocent person who also happens to own a Lexus, I'll go ahead and let the people in on the truth. What I believe to be the truth. Again, I'm just asking questions.
Okay, what question?
Obviously, this stands for forthwith. Lexus enthusiasts assemble. And there is a global cabal of Lexus owners who control everything.
Right.
These are just the questions that I'm asking. I'm not I don't know for sure, but this is what people are saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What does the F stand for again?
Forthwith.
Forthwith.
It means do it immediately. You know.
I don't even know what that means. Like when you say forthwith, I'm like the fourth wide thing.
No, obviously, forthwith, Lexus enthusiasts assemble. Which brings me to an FMK Cars.
How did you get a picture of Bob's car, Ian?
This is the leader of the Lexus global cabal in charge of everything.
Yeah, why do you think the last three letters are LEA? Yeah. Mm-hmm. F as in F Sport, LEA, leader. Yes, Ian. Welcome to the Lexocalypse.
Yeah.
I'm going to open my shirt and it's just a...
Pilled.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. It's the truth about Lexus owners. We've been beige pilled.
Yes. We've been beige pilled. Nice.
Which brings me to an FMK Cars. Dave, this is a game we play. It's based on Fuck, Marry, Kill. And you know the rest because you know it all.
I was going to say, you're not even letting me do the introduction. That's the whole thing. One of us says it, the other one does it.
We're in the new world order now. We know we've been beige pilled. We're through the looking glass. This is called I'm Not Saying Anything. I'm Just Asking Questions. Cars with a conspiratorial twist.
Okay. All right. I'm into this. I love conspiracy theories. One of my new favorite podcasts is called My Mama Told Me with Langston Kerman. And it's black conspiracy theories. So like his black friends and comedians and actors will come on and tell a conspiracy theory that like was passed down to them. Amazing. Highly recommend that podcast. Yeah. My Mama Told Me. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So the first one, we'll go with the Apollo Aero.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. Names, these cars have a very tangential link to the to what we're talking about. So this used to be known as the Gumpert.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
The license plate is FILMDIT. Filmed it.
Oh, like they
the production company that faked the moon landing. You know what you did. Just asking questions.
Okay.
The next one is the Pagani Huayra.
Okay.
Now is the part of the show where we watch Dave try to spell things.
Thanks to Google, it comes in second here. HUAYRA. There's no way I would have gotten that on my own. I would have gone second character Y. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So Huayra is named after a wind god. Uh-huh. So the license plate obviously is CHMTRL.
CHMTRL. What?
Wind god. Chemtrail. You own the company with all the chemtrail government contracts.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Because even in wild fantasy land, we're still stuck with the military-industrial complex.
See, right? Okay.
The last one is the 1970 Plymouth Superbird. You get the NASCAR version.
Yeah.
The license plate is ITFLAT.
It flat?
Flat.
I'm a flat earther.
Your job is to destroy all evidence that the Earth is, in fact, flat.
Okay.
The link to this one with the car is a little weak because it has a Hemi engine. No.
I'm into it. That's okay.
Reaching a little bit.
No, that's it. Hey, it's a connection. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think it's a little bit more than a piece of red yarn. Okay. So good job. All right. Okay. So, all right. I think I have to kill the Apollo Aero because did you ever see the video of Buzz Aldrin like punching that dude that said the Earth was flat?
Yeah.
or not or that the moon landing was fake. That the moon landing was fake.
It was
right?
amazing.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So, right? That idiot had it coming. Okay.
Mhm.
So, chemtrails or flat Earth. For a day, I'm going to cover up evidence that the Earth is flat or round. What am I doing here?
You're covering up evidence that the Earth is flat.
Okay. So,
Because all of us sheeple believe that it's round. And obviously, there's a lot to be gained by making sure that we think that.
exactly, right? Yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Did you know that one of the flat Earth conventions was in Denver? Like
Oh,
2 or
really?
3 years ago? Yeah. And then the article, you probably saw the article where they said like they've flown in from around the globe.
I love
Uh-huh.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So my father had a Plymouth Roadrunner 68,
Mhm.
right? So I would love to spend some kind of time in a chassis that has, lineage adjacent to that, right?
Mhm.
It's a super bird, sure, right? I'll do that for a day. Okay?
Okay.
All right? And I'll just figure out how to write I love you dad in Burnout, right?
Perfect.
Okay?
Perfect.
All right?
Yep.
And then I'm going to marry the chemtrail Wyra. Okay. And
Okay.
see, here's the thing. What, now that you know the truth, now that your eyes are open, Ian,
Now that I've been beige pilled.
now that you've been beige pilled, right?
Mhm.
Or if it's a Pagani Huayra in chemtrails, you've been like ensconced in Hermes leather
Right.
pills. Ian, the chemtrails are gummy bears.
They're gummy bears.
Uh-huh. And some of them are those peach rings, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They're aerosol gummy bears.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if like there was a cover up and then it was just something that dumb, right? It was just a billionaire with plenty of time on their hands.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And a deep love for candy.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ian. Yeah, I love the Huayra. It's such a weird and awesome car. It's so cool. Active aerodynamics flapping up and down.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. It's so cool.
Sounds bonkers too.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. So what would you do? What would you do, Mr. Info Wars guy?
I think what I would probably do is follow you in a Geo Metro with like a really long lens
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
then get back to my house and post on my blog that like only 3 people read, but like one day it's gonna break through.
Right. It's forwarded a lot, but somehow the numbers never go up.
Yeah,
Right.
because they don't want you to know.
You know what? Your hosting provider is in on it.
Oh yeah,
Right.
so, for sure.
Yeah, that's why you need to host it yourself on an Apple IIe.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
plugged in at the library in the corner that nobody goes into.
Did you ever?
The man shut off my internet connection at home because I didn't pay the bill.
Sorry, I'm not. I don't buy into your fiat currency, and I couldn't get CenturyLink to take my gold bullion. Thanks, Lyndon LaRouche.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a deep conspiracy theory, guy. Yeah. Did you ever see the thing about the Sega Dreamcast? So the Sega Dreamcast had an Ethernet adapter, right? And somebody actually made a boot disk for it that would like tunnel to a command and control server from inside a network. And
Really?
And set up a secure tunnel. And so like their whole thing was like, yeah, it's a Sega Dreamcast. Nobody expects this.
That's true.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Well, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the FMK cars, Ian.
I'm just glad that the truth is out there, that we could get these questions out to people so they can make up their own minds.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. The global elites in their Lexuses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now we just got to talk about this for like 4 more hours and then sell some supplements.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. I love that like the Lexuses are like the just good enough car for this Illuminati that you're inventing, right? It's not like Rolls Royces or Bentleys or anything like that. It's just Lexuses because if you think about it, you know, they can't be too flashy.
If you think about it, and I suggest you don't.
Nice, Ian. Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you, and I'm very thankful that you saw our commander Bob and his flea license plate. You're the only one who's ever decoded it. This is like in the movie where they put the puzzle in the magazine, and then somebody actually cracks the code and calls the phone number, and they're like, you know, right? What movie was that?
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, to be honest, Dave, and I mean, this is a little awkward too, but like, I'm not so much upset that my friend is heavily involved in a evil conspiracy to control the whole world. It's more that didn't invite me to be part of it.
When was the last time you ever saw a Freemason driving an R32, Ian?
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Okay.
And
scene. Well done, Ian. Well done. I appreciate that. Cheers to you, buddy. Cheers to you.
Yeah,
yes.
Cheers. Christmas cheers. Okay.
Yeah, Christmas cheers. And speaking of Christmas cheers, Ian, I have prepared a gift for you.
I did not get anything for you.
You gave me candy. Thank you.
I did give you candy.
Yeah, and I gave you candy. Did you like the candy?
That's true. Yes. I don't like coconut that much.
Okay. Yeah.
But the cherries were good.
Yeah. So yeah, my wife made some amazing Christmas candy, and it was fantastic. And I've eaten way too much of it. And
they were gorgeous, by the way.
She put some work into it, man. Yeah.
It's so impressive. Chocolate is really hard to deal with.
She's been doing it a long time, like, and she has her technique down for like dipping it, so you know, and letting stuff drain off, so you don't get like the massive chocolate foot at the bottom and stuff like that.
It's hard to do.
It's patience, which is why I'm bad at it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So your Christmas present, Ian, is a vanity license plate guessing game.
Yay!
I prepared one for you for Christmas. Is it Christmas themed? Nope.
Good.
But here it is. Okay. All right. So it's in the Ian Don't Look folder here. License plate game. Okay, Ian. You've got 3 cars. You know the drill. All right. Mm-hmm. First up, Ian, I'm gonna show you this. Wait, how do we do this? Do I read you the plates or do I show you the cars?
You do both.
Okay. But I can't
show me the cars first.
Okay. So you've got 3 cars here. Okay. So you've got a Ford Fusion. All right.
Okay.
In dark blue. Right.
Okay.
Not a bad color for that car. Right.
No.
It's not a bad looking car overall. Right.
Yeah.
You got a Chevy Malibu. Okay. Awful car. Okay. Right. And a Lexus RX 350. Okay. All right. In black. Right. Probably a 2012-ish. You know, this is our Secretary of the Interior of the Global Cabal's car. That's what the alumni sticker on the back means. Okay. All right. So now you have your 3 cars. Let me do a little bit of tab cleanup here. You've got your 3 cars. You've got the Fusion, the Malibu, and the Lexus. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now here are your plates. All right. Okay.
So for anyone who hasn't heard this game before, Dave gives me 3 cars with license plates blacked out, and then he gives me the text of the license plates, and then I have to match the license plate to the cars. Okay.
And in this one, I will say that there is not an overt visual cue, but I have chosen to kind of like edit less data than I normally would on one of the cars.
That a little bit. I noticed that a little bit. And I wondered if it was going to come into play.
Okay. So we'll talk about it. Okay. So the first license plate is WLD HRSE. Okay.
What's I already know which one that goes to.
What does that spell, Ian? What does that spell?
Wild horse.
Okay. The second license plate is BSMOOTH.
Be smooth.
Be smooth. Okay. The third one is XCUUSME.
Excuse me.
No, Ian, it's not excuse me. It's excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay. So
all right. So I have a very quick. I want to see the cars again one more time.
Okay.
I have a very quick initial reaction.
Okay.
Which is, and before you show me the pictures again.
My
first thought is that license plate frame, the little curly Q thing. Is 100% horse girl. I'm going to say that the Malibu is wild horse.
Okay. So you're saying,
and then for whatever reason,
here, let's zoom in on this license plate frame. Okay, that seems like wild horse to you. Okay, all right.
I think it's wild horse.
Okay,
yeah.
And you are correct, and well done in catching the license plate frame that I left in there. In there. Okay.
The first thing that I noticed.
I also
clues.
Yeah, I also kept the Breakfast King in the back of this picture, but I just love pancakes. So yeah. Okay. All right. So the Malibu's wild horse.
All right.
Okay. All right. So then you have the Ford Fusion, and you have the Lexus RX 350.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I can't really explain it, but for some reason, I don't know why, I think Be Smooth is the Fusion.
Okay. All right.
And I think it might be the lack of like other stickers and stuff.
Okay.
Because I feel like saying where you went to college and stuff, that's not smooth.
Okay.
That's decidedly unsmooth. Am I overthinking it? So I think Excuse Me is the Lexus and Be Smooth is the Fusion. I already nailed the horse girl. Boom.
All right, Ian. Okay. 1 is correct.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
All right. So I mean, the Malibu is correct. I know it.
What would you like to change?
I'll change the Fusion and the Lexus.
None are correct.
Okay. All right. So then the Lexus is wild horse.
Uh-huh.
The Malibu is Excuse Me.
The
Fusion is Be Smooth.
Yes, you are correct. Here's the Fusion, right?
Okay.
I can't remember if it had a bedazzled license plate frame. I couldn't remember. Yeah, and I was debating on whether or not to keep that in. I figured you couldn't quite tell, so it wasn't worth keeping in. The Lexus is definitely wild horse. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right? It fits, right?
Yeah.
And then the Malibu is Excuse Me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I really like how you hooked into the frame for Excuse Me. Yeah. Or for Wild Horse. Yeah. I do. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Well, it turns out I wasn't right.
But did you have a good time?
I did. I love it. I love this game. I think it's great.
This is one of my favorite things that we've ever done, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that the only one that I was like this car fits with this when I wasn't using other like context clues
Uh-huh.
was the fusion and be smooth.
Yeah, right? It just works.
It does just work.
Right.
I cannot explain why.
Right. Yeah, it does. Why? Why is that? Why does a dark blue Ford Fusion with a Be Smooth license plate make me not hate it?
I don't know.
Right. And they weren't driving like an asshole.
Well, no, because they're smooth.
I like how quickly that came to you. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Wild horse. Yep.
Thank you, Dave. That was
Not
great.
not a problem. Not a problem, Ian. And so given your now that you've been beige pilled, what are there any alternate meanings that you're reading into these? Into Be Smooth, Wild Horse, or excuse me? Oh,
Man,
I have one. The Wild Horse is not Wild Horse. That's what they want you to think. But what it is it's predicting the global pandemic world hearse.
I was actually going to go hearse too, but I was going to say that this is a witch.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And they specialize in death curses.
Okay. Okay.
Will the hearse.
Nice, Ian. Nice. We might need to go outside sometime.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I actually did go outside, and I have a my eyes that I took when I went outside.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. You put it in the Dave Don't Look folder. This is the one marked other one.
Yeah, I actually had to go to the office, and this was in the parking garage.
Okay.
And you know when you see a license plate and you're just like, oh, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Ian. It's a white Volkswagen GTI. What, Mark 7? And it says the license plate is VW N3RD. VW nerd. Buddy. Come on, man.
At least put it on a Golf R.
If it was on your R32, that would be way more legit, right?
You would still be real lame, though.
It would still be real lame, but at least you'd know that person is making a Sisyphean task is what they deal with, right?
Right.
Yeah. And I don't know why we haven't compared more automotive ownership to Sisyphus, but I've been playing that game Hades, a roguelike, and it's really good. It's got a bunch of Greek and Olympian gods and all that stuff in it, and so yeah, all that's running through my mind. But Sisyphus is in it as well.
I mean, we reference Greek mythology quite a bit on this show.
Well, Icarus, Icarus for sure. Yeah, right. But the Sisyphean task, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I had to literally push my Saab up a hill to get it out of the ditch. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. So do you know this person, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
That somehow makes it worse.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Okay. Yeah. Did you leave a note?
No.
Is there a support group?
No. I mean, I'm sure I've interacted with them. I'm sure this person has told me to use the search function in VW Vortex before.
Yes, they have. Yeah, right. Did they have an Instagram sticker on their car?
They did not, no.
Okay. All right. Okay. Should we start a GoFundMe for them to get a new vanity? Because this is where I would my nonprofit organization that does directly profit me would come in of DMV interventions, Ian. Right?
Nonprofit in this case means no one else profits
but me. Exactly. No, I would intervene with this person and I would convince them to donate the money to a coding for kids kind of youth tech initiative, right? That would be my pitch. That's my superpower. You give me a license plate, a vanity plate that is dumb, right? And I will tell you the charity that could maybe convince them to part with their vanity plate money. Right?
No, I like that. That's really good and thoughtful of you. I think a better use of money might be to just buy this person a personality. So anyway.
Yeah, you never see anybody doing Camry nerd on their license plate.
No.
You're right.
Yeah. This is the automotive equivalent of like, people complain about people in my generation, millennials, having like coffee as their whole
aesthetic personality. Yeah,
this is the automotive equivalent of that.
You're right. Yeah, like the hipster barista that, yeah, right? Yeah, that roast their own beans individually with a lighter that they inherited from their great grandfather. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That parallel runs deep, buddy. Okay. All right. Ian, do we need to talk about the asshole on the internet?
We do. To be clear, he's not just an asshole on the internet. He's an asshole in real life,
right?
But people are talking about him on the internet.
Right. That is correct. And when I say asshole on the internet, we all know who we're talking about, right? Let's say it together. Donald Trump. No. We're both doing Mazepin. Yes. What's this idiot's first name?
Nikita.
Okay. So I don't know much about F1. Let me tell you what I know about this guy. Okay. All right. I think I remember that his father has a lot of money and he basically bought an F1 seat. Is this also the same guy that was penalized for being on his cell phone while he was driving his F1 car?
No.
Oh, that was a whole different douchebag?
It was a whole different douchebag. That guy is American.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he's currently racing an IndyCar.
Oh, okay. All right.
This guy's a whole other level of asshole. So he is the son, as you said, of a Russian oligarch.
Okay.
And bought a seat essentially on the Haas F1 team, who is struggling with money and all of that. And Roman Grosjean was kind of brought a lot of sponsorships and stuff like that. And that's part of the reason he had that seat. But now he's not there anymore. So they need to fill that gap.
Okay.
And so he was announced a while ago. And, he's had some scandals in the past of he punched a fellow person in F2. He's hit some people. He's had a lot of run-ins.
Yeah, this is the guy that rammed his car intentionally into another car, right?
Yes, but that was also Ferrucci, who you're talking about, who's in IndyCar now. But
okay.
This guy punched a couple of teammates but more recently he's done a couple of things. One thing is that he sort of implied that he was going to out a fellow Formula One driver on the internet.
Really? Okay.
In a public forum.
Oh, because that's his place to do that. Okay.
Yeah. And he did it in a threatening way.
Jesus.
It was real shitty. And then the other thing that he did that's gotten kind of the most attention is he himself posted a video of he's in the passenger seat of a car that someone else is driving, and he reaches back and gropes a woman.
Okay.
And then there was this whole thing where, obviously there was an uproar. He deleted the video. They followed each other, and she posted this thing saying, haha, we're friends, and everything was fine. But then they unfollowed each other, and she has since been posting things saying that, she was not fine with it, basically. And he posted and then later deleted one of those non-apology apologies.
Ah, yes, yes.
And then just yesterday, Haas announced that yes, they're going through with it, and he is going to be their driver, one of their drivers for 2021, and they have dealt with it internally, and they're not going to comment on it any further.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, and it's just like the contrast between that everyone's been bringing up has been, how this gets swept under the rug.
Right.
A clearly like clear as day, like this was a bad thing that happened.
Right.
And then you already have the tab open.
Yeah.
Lewis got in trouble for wearing a Breonna Taylor t-shirt.
Yeah.
On the podium.
Right.
And it's just, I mean, nobody should really be surprised. F1 is a kind of a horrendous organization, but everyone was hoping that was going to start to get better.
Right.
With new ownership and stuff.
Right. Getting rid of grid girls, but then some races insisted on keeping them. And so it was this weird thing. And so you kind of got the feeling that this wasn't the kind of cleansing or purging that the sport really needed to become more accessible to folks different than old fat white men.
Right. And I think part of the hope was that once Bernie kind of got pushed out, that they were going to start to dismantle some of those barriers. Right. And they have made some progress towards that, but It's been pretty slow. And, they're still racing in terrible places that they shouldn't be.
Right.
And all of that.
Right.
But this is a pretty glaring, violation of the We Races One marketing stuff that they were going through this last year. So super disappointing and irritating and frustrating. And especially that it's the one American team on the grid that is doing this,
Right. There is what is the We Say No to?
Yes.
To Mazepin? How do you say it?
Mazepin.
Yeah, we say, yeah.
At least that's how the British people say it, but they just say names however the fuck they want, so who knows?
Yeah. So I love this logo that's popped up and the hashtag, and I'm thankful that the Haas F1 team is receiving a bunch of pushback. I mean, yeah, like what do you do, right? And of course, like the FIA announces that they're going to investigate Hamilton's, political shirt, right? They later said that they dropped like any investigation, but like still, what the fuck? Like, why is that even an issue, right? Mm-hmm. But then here's a rich white kid groping a woman, and everything just goes on like it always fucking does, right?
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, I think also, it's just like, these are kids, and you could almost, be forgiven for trying to come up with some sort of route out for them,
right.
For them. But like, when it's a clear pattern of terrible, entitled behavior,
right,
that's something different,
Right. Can they find another F1 driver that lives up to his performance?
Yeah, like the person that he punched.
Yeah,
who actually beat him in the championship.
Right, and it's not like F1 ability or driving ability should be an out for behavior, but it's like, Jesus, like this is not the end all be all of humanity. Like, this is not your savior, right? Like, just punish shitty behavior, right? Yeah,
that seems simple.
Like, you're raising children, Ian. Like, the most useful thing that you can do is explain that actions have consequences, right? And which is the hardest thing to follow through on, because it hurts, right? Consequences suck,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's what you do when you want to make better people. You know?
No, absolutely. And I mean, I think F1 definitely has a responsibility to do the right thing, and they're ignoring that.
Yeah.
So it's disappointing. Disappointing, not surprising.
Right. Yeah. How, like, there's that is absolutely a huge mood for 2021 is disappointed but not surprised, right?
Yeah, it's a feeling that I've felt a lot these last 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. I'm gonna pull up a picture of the golf bar at the end.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there it is.
All right.
Feels so
Ian,
much better already. Yes.
speaking of F1, do we need to wrap up our fantasy F1 season? How
Do
come you haven't
we?
wanted to talk about it? The season
I don't know. I
ended.
can't imagine why.
Ian, I'm not going to do any talking. I think you just need to explain your performance in fantasy F1 or at least tell the listeners who've been waiting for the outcome.
Yeah.
Right? Literally 3 or 4 people are wondering if I beat you and how bad in fantasy F1 this year.
See, what had happened was
Here come the excuses.
my dog ate my login
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
it was traffic.
Who knows more about F1, me or you?
I mean, apparently neither of us because
But really, who knows more? You know so much more about F1 than I do. You know all these drivers. You know what they do, Ian.
ostensibly, yes.
Yeah.
It didn't go well for me this season, Dave. Didn't go well.
Give me some. I came in 8th. I'm perfectly fine with that. I lost 2 spots in the last race, but that's fine. I beat Ian.
Honestly,
I beat you, Ian. I beat Ike. I beat your dad. I'm fine. Right?
I mean, you beat Jesse.
Anybody
Gun to my head, I couldn't tell you where I ended up. I stopped looking.
I figured you had just given up. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured you set a lineup and then just said fuck it after that. Right?
Pretty much. It went so badly for me. Oh my God.
Ian,
17th.
Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places, Ian. Ian, you got 17th. There's only 25 people in the league.
Yeah, it didn't go great. I did forget to set a lineup a few times.
I did it. I did once, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think I did it 2 or 3 times. I forgot to set a lineup.
Like I got 3rd in the world on one race.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But mostly it was just me like overthinking it. Like, there were, and this goes to Lewis being the GOAT. Like, there were times when he should not have won the race. And I predicted that he would not win the race because he should not have won. And yet he did. Right. Turkey comes to mind.
Because F1's boring and the same thing always happens.
But this season, I know you
that
say
was
that,
my strategy. That was my. You saw me set the lineup how many times on the podcast? It was Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen.
I know. But this season was not boring because the journey to get to that same destination was crazy. I mean, it was almost like a South Park. Watching a season of South Park where you know that Kenny is going to die at the end of episode, but you don't know how they're going to get there.
Right.
It was that sort of thing, the ending is technically the same, but there was a lot of shit that happened in between.
Right, but the ending was the same.
Yeah, I can't explain it. I don't know. It was one of the more exciting seasons that I can remember, even though the exact same team won the team championship and the same driver won it that has for the last 3 years. It was a really good season. It really was.
Okay. And this is not just because you're in COVID lockdown with children and you're starved for entertainment.
No, really. I mean, being totally honest, it was just a legitimately exciting and chaotic season. There was, Hulkenberg coming back and and nearly getting a podium, and Gasly winning, and like all these other crazy things that happened.
I like that Gasly winning is a crazy thing, right?
Well, yeah, he's in like not even a top tier team. You know,
Right.
He lost his seat at the end of last year in a top tier team.
Right.
Because he wasn't performing well enough. And then this year had like a crazy season. And that car was not supposed to finish higher than like 7th or 8th ever, you know?
Right. But every now and then a fluke happens.
Yeah. Yeah. It was great. It was good. It was a good season. It really was.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I'm glad me beating the absolute pants off of you didn't take away from it.
I mean, I didn't say that. You said that, but sure.
Do I still have to do Fantasy F1?
Yeah.
You're going to make me do this next year? You're going to make me embarrass the hell out of you again?
And here's the biggest reason. I don't know what else we would talk about on the show.
Ian, I have tons of stuff we'd talk about on this show. In fact,
free content, baby.
Ian, let me just send you. What else would we talk about? Let me just show you this picture that my buddy Steven sent me. Okay? It's a Dodge Journey or Durango, who gives a fuck, with a sticker on the back.
Yeah.
That makes fun of my space.
Right. Really timely joke.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
It says my face. And it has underneath it says a place for friends, my face. And it shows a person sitting on another person's face.
No, that person is sitting on a log and is clearly addressing some young scouts in the woods and rapping at them about being
yeah,
it looks like to me.
Yep. Do you think that maybe they're teaching them sex ed? I think somebody's teaching somebody something in this cartoon here. Yeah. So what else would we talk about on this show, Ian?
I just love that somebody was so jazzed about this that first of all they made it enormous because it's like half the size of a Dodge Journey's back window.
Right. Yeah.
Which is impressive. It's also pretty funny that they debadged the Dodge Journey.
Right. Like we're taking away from that part, but then we're adding here.
Right. So as not to distract.
yeah, there you go.
People's eye might be drawn to the Journey. They're like, oh, a Dodge Journey.
And ignore the cunnilingus reference on their back windshield.
Correct. And also, it's a joke that people in a pretty narrow age range would appreciate.
Right. Yeah.
You actually recognize the fonts.
Yeah.
And the tagline.
Right.
I'm amazed.
Right.
I'm amazed by it.
Right. This is also one of those things where it's like, if it said my face, a place for friends, like on its own, like, okay, like you get some subtlety points, but then you throw the cartoon picture illustration on there and it's like, Jesus, man. Okay. So fucking explain it. Thanks. Right.
Amazing.
What would we talk about on this show, Ian? We didn't talk about Fantasy F1? Ian, Jesus. Thank you, Steven. I have a few others that Steven sent me. Good buddy, Steven. I love you, Steven. All right.
I hope they're okay following that.
Well, okay. So he sent this. This is a picture that he took. Right?
Okay.
It is a conversion van with a Ron Burgundy vinyl decal that says "Stay Classy," and they did pretty good on the color match of the vinyl to the burgundy of the original color stripe on the van.
That's fantastic,
right?
So my parents actually had a van pretty
Yes.
close to this.
Econoline 150. Yeah.
And it had the like carpet and those drapes had like a very particular smell, and so I
Right.
know exactly what this smells like.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
murder.
And I know exactly what the Saab 900 Classic in front of it smells like.
Oh, yeah.
Pardon me. I'm dying.
Dave, don't die.
You gotta do the show by yourself now.
No, I can't do anything.
Talk about stay classy, Ian.
No, I appreciate this. This is good. I
Right?
like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Steven
It's also very clean.
it is really clean, right? You love
These usually have
seeing
rust.
it. Oh, those things rusted so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like they bought it in Arizona and it never left, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's pretty good.
I'm trying to think, do I give you Steven's downer or the upper next? I'll give you the downer and then we'll go out on the upper. Okay, here's the downer. It's a GMC Sierra Denali in white, Alabama plate. God bless America. Ian, what's that vanity plate say?
Mr. COVID.
Yeah. Who at the fucking DMV let this goddamn Alabama idiot have that?
Yeah.
Right?
That's baffling.
Yeah.
Because also, how much money is this person spending on vanity plates? Because this is not going to be relevant.
Yeah.
Hopefully in another year.
I mean, they're already flexing on like a 70 grand truck. Right? But still, like if they buy vanity plates like you buy URLs, right?
Right.
Yeah. This person just loves spending time at the DMV, or they work at the DMV and they can just get the license plates whenever they want. They don't have to wait in line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I will give them points for one thing, which is this is a huge time saver.
Right. From 100 yards out, they're telling you that you would never, ever want to be friends with them or talk to them or interact with them in any way.
Or get closer than 100 yards.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this person's not wearing a mask anywhere.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So the last one that Steven sent, the upper, if you will. Here you go, buddy. It is a pretty knackered Subaru Legacy wagon. Ian,
with painted white steely wheels. And it's done up kind of like the General Lee.
It's got the 01 on the side.
But it doesn't appear to have a Confederate battle flag on the top. Rather, it has painted blue roof bars. What is that flag?
I think it's the Chicago flag.
Oh, it is
the two
Chicago
blue stripes and the was it 4 or 5?
And the red stars. Yeah, the 5 red stars.
Yeah.
Good call.
I think so.
That's hilarious. Is he in Illinois?
No, he's in Colorado. Yeah, but and I'm pretty sure this is where he saw it in Colorado. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that is delightfully well used.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, it has developed a fine patina.
Yeah.
Right.
Rattle can paint job. That's amazing.
Yep. Right. Yeah. Now,
this is the type of Subaru that like you fill up the gas tank and the oil.
Yes. All the fluids go into it: oil, gasoline, and coolant. Right. Yep. Every fill up. Okay. Let's see. The last My Eyes that I have, then we'll do the rest of the listener My Eyes. I forgot about this one, and I kind of want to talk to you about it because it's kind of been bothering me. And it bothers me in that it exists. Okay, so let me put this up. Okay, deep breaths, Dave. Okay, so this is a Volkswagen Tiguan, right?
Okay.
And it's got a couple stickers on it.
Yeah.
Right? So these stickers on the Tiguan, one at a time, you kind of get who this person is. But together, it's a real clusterfuck of identity. Okay? So talk people through what you're seeing, Ian.
Yeah, I don't think it is a. I don't think it's as much of a dissonance as you think. But there is a Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
On the rear. I don't know what window that is, but like the behind the rear passenger window.
Yeah, like the little C to D pillar window. Yeah.
And then Minnie Mouse is waving.
Hi, Minnie. Hi.
And it's just like an outline, like kind of like.
Right. She's saying, I'm a racist.
And then we go around to the back.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I hate these fucking things. So it's one of those goddamn Punisher stickers.
Right, with the American flag on the skull, right?
Yeah.
But
and it has Trump's hair on it.
Yeah. So these are real stickers that people buy. Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Is that I think that from our perspective, because we are insane people, we can kind of see the sort of evilness that Trump represents, and especially in that context with like the Punisher logo and what that has come to mean in the culture.
Yes, yeah.
And we, being normal people, our knee-jerk reaction is to contrast that with
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse, which is like, sweetness and light.
Right, exactly.
Here's the thing though. I think that there are lots of people who are, let's say, adult Disney goers.
Okay.
Right? Like people who go to Disney World without children.
Yes.
And there's a sizable chunk of that group, which I already find sort of weird. But like there's already a sizable chunk of that group that I think buys into that other bullshit, the Trump Punisher stuff.
Right.
Because they make people like us angry, right? Like it's it's a total like I am good, there is bad, and it buys into a very like stark moral view of the world, which I don't think is true. Right. Clearly, because I would A, be on the wrong side of it from their perspective, but B, even if I thought it was completely flipped and they were misguided, I still don't think that holds true. Right. But so yeah, I don't think that is necessarily this fits with most of the Trump supporters that I know.
Right. And like I just keep imagining this person on a Carnival cruise ship within the last like 2 years. Right?
The last 9 months.
The last 9 months, right? Yeah. I do imagine them like being anti-maskers. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's all I've got on that.
Okay, I appreciate that. I think you're right. It's not as dissonant as it seems, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Again, I mean, because it goes back, that meme that goes around, right, from the British TV show. I can't remember which one it is, but are we the baddies?
Right.
Nobody thinks that they're the baddies.
Right. Everybody thinks they're doing the right thing. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's look at some positive things. Okay.
Okay.
My buddy Lenny sent us a couple things, right?
Okay.
He saw this a while ago. I mean, this is just a bundle of delight, right?
That's awesome. Yeah. Alfa Romeo 4C.
Yeah, with a sweet wing on it. Yeah.
And then what is that? Is that a 350Z? That's been like
World Racing leagued up, caged up.
It's awesome.
Yeah, right?
Got some speed holes in it, like some cooling holes in the front.
Yeah, some brake duct cooling.
Yeah. These are wheels that say, I'm very serious.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Those wheels do say that they are serious about racing because they do not look good. but they mean the business. They look light as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. No, I love that.
Yeah. And I mean, the Alpha 4C is just a delightful thing to see, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. And then Lenny also sent this. Yeah. A 427 Cobra.
That's awesome.
Right?
What is the badge? What does the side say there? This is
427.
obviously probably a kit, I'm guessing.
I don't know. Yeah. Zoom. Enhance. I can't zoom in, Ian. I don't know how to zoom.
That's okay. That's okay.
Zoom. Nope.
This for a long time when I was a kid, the Cobra was my favorite car.
Period. Oh, okay. Okay. I can see that.
Years and years. Yeah.
Have you ever driven one?
No.
No. Okay.
They're stupid expensive.
Yeah, I had a chance to drive one at one of those automotive carnivals, but I autocrossed the Lotus Elise instead.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
Honestly, they sound terrifying.
Yeah, they do, right? Yeah. So thank you, Lenny. Let's see. Our buddy Aaron Cobb sent this Hyundai Sonata with a Landau, Ian.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Wisconsin, of course. Of course it'd be Wisconsin.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
The show is me showing you pictures and you just muttering and shaking your head.
I'm sorry.
That's the Apex adjacent show. Well, honestly, what else do you say? Because it's beige on beige on beige on beige, son.
Right. That's what I was about to say is like, I love that they had the imagination to think Landau top. But then when it came to like, what color would you like? It was like, I don't know, just beige.
Yeah. Something that matches.
Like they could have done anything. You
could go anywhere from beige and it would complement it. That's why beige exists.
Right.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, you went slightly other beige. What color would you like this in? Beige. And then the person doing it's like, all right, fuck me then. Like,
yep. It's like, like what flavorings would you like in your chili? You're at like a chili bar and you can get anything. You're like, salt and you know what? I'm feeling real crazy today. You know what? Fuck it, pepper.
Right. No, not fresh ground.
Yeah. What would you like in your omelet? Oh, I know, eggs.
Right. Right? Yeah. Right? Almost interesting is what this person is.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see here. And then I think the last one is something our buddy Eric in Illinois sent us. And this is a new thing. This is new to him, new to me. This is a brodozer, Ian.
Oh boy. With
a new thing that I've never seen before. It's a brodozer with a giant D-ring on the back. Like, what do you call those things? I call them D-rings. I
have no idea.
Yeah. It's like one of those big like things that you would hitch like tie downs to. Like it's just a giant tie down, right?
Yeah.
You see them on the backs of stuff all the time. And my favorite is when you see people that have put like old bicycle tubes around them because they bang against the bumper of the car and they didn't realize. It's like kind of a little tactibro-y, but not, right?
Well, but it is because it's painted.
Yeah.
You would think if it was used, would not be the case.
Right. Yeah.
I do appreciate that they have one brake light out.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that is puzzling.
It is, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's legitimate or not, but I'm guessing no because it's highly painted. Maybe it's powder coated. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was anodized, powder coated, it would still wear out pretty quick. You would
think so, right?
Yeah. So Eric was wondering, like, if this is the new version of truck nuts.
Well, I was actually going to say it kind of looks like truck nuts in negative space. Like,
right. Yeah, here's where the nuts would go. It's like a truck nuts frame. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a truck chastity belt.
If wait, okay. All right, forgive me for this. I apologize in advance, but if truck nuts are the nuts, then what's the penis of the truck?
Well, that's easy. It's right if you look at it like from the side. If you look at the truck from the side,
Uh-huh.
it's the kind of like the squishy, meaty part that's between the driver's front seat and the steering wheel.
Well, I know that, but like, what part is the penis then?
Yeah, no, it's a good question.
No, I'm really tired.
Yeah, we need to wrap it up.
I just asked our car show what part the penis is.
Yeah, it's time to go.
I'm not going to make that the episode title, Ian. What part is the penis?
Beige pilled is the episode title.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, you're right.
If someone wanted to send us this and break our brains like they so clearly have to you,
Yeah.
what would they do?
They would text it to 720-515-1391, or they would tweet it to us at Apex Adjacent. Email it to us, apexadjacent@gmail.com. Get at us on those things. Send them to us. Yeah. Keep sending us stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Do it.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. We love you. You stay safe. Oh, and Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas.